What is up, guys? I'm here with Caleb this time. The first part was with Daniel. Caleb initially couldn't get the time off for this race weekend, but you magically got the time off, is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. The stars aligned and I was able to be here.
Sweet. Yeah, so you only missed like the first day, right?
Yeah, I missed the first day and then I came in right after the IMSA qualifying, but then I stayed for kind of the other races. The other races were cool.
Yeah, so it was a pretty loaded calendar this weekend. We had a Porsche Cup that's still going on technically, but Porsche Cup and a Mustang Cup right after IMSA. So it's been pretty interesting to watch everything kind of like go down. Today was race day, so we watched Daniel and his co-driver Martin Bruhat compete today. It was a 2-compound, 2-driver like swap. So basically how he kind of explained it in like the last part, it's like a very small like endurance race. It's an endurance race like kind of setup. So we watched that in action. It was about a 2-hour race, and yeah, towards the end of it, like the gaps just got like insane. Car 95 was pretty much shining out like the entire race weekend. I forget what team he's with exactly, but
I forgot to.
yeah, but he ended up taking the lead and finished P1 with like a 38-second gap ahead of P2. And he wasn't even a gold class driver, he was a silver class. There was 2 bronze category drivers, like teams, and then mostly silver and then some gold. But Car 95 was a silver class driver and they just like blew everybody out of the water. It was kind of nasty.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was pretty nasty. Like, so yeah. When I came in here, right, I got here about halfway through the race.
Yeah.
An hour had already passed. And by the time I got here, he already had like at least a 20-second lead on everybody.
Yep.
And it was crazy. And I got here and you were like, yeah, he's 95 is taking it. And I'm like, really? Like, I think there's enough time for, you know, some of the other drivers to bring it back. And then I actually looked at the results myself and I was like he was a beast out there.
It was just nasty. The gaps just like went insane. There were people like at the end of it that were like 4 laps behind like the leader. So
yeah,
you don't see that in Formula One, that's for sure. In a 2-hour session, like that was pretty crazy to watch. There were some good overtakes too. We were by the straightaway before you hit turn 1, and there were some good overtakes too, like on turn 1 as well. Like people would like kind of undercut and they would kind of like take the inside line or the outside line and like overtake. So there was some great racing. It was free to watch on YouTube live if you wanted to tune in. There was about like 1,300 people watching. There's like some media coverage too, so it was really cool to see like it all kind of come together today.
It was also free to watch if you came in person and just like walked up here.
Yeah,
it was completely free to watch.
Completely free to the public. Like literally we just had to like sign some waivers and then they gave us like our badges, and then
oh yeah,
garage access, paddock access. We were there like on the pit wall, and it's really cool. You can like, they're very small teams compared to like, for example, like a Formula One team, like what we're familiar with. But you have like, you know, the pit crew, which is about like 4 guys, and then you have like the owner of the team. It's like a family team, so it's like his wife and daughter that was like kind of helping with like the data and metrics and stuff too. They had one computer with like the data on it, and then they had a TV with like the live footage kind of going on too. So it was pretty cool. Unfortunately, wasn't really a great result for the team we were supporting, Performance Tech Motorsports, which is what Daniel was driving for.
Yeah.
I guess the stars just didn't align today. It was an unfortunate weekend for Performance Tech Motorsports, unfortunately. Said it unfortunate twice, but that's 3 times now. But you get the idea.
Unfortunately.
But they were all really cool. Everybody here was like super cool and like welcoming. This is like one of the only like types of races where you can just like go into the garage, into the paddock, be on the pit wall, and it's just entirely free. I think what they're doing here at IMSA is fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to be back for another IMSA race. I would love to go to like Laguna Seca and watch these like LMP3 cars just go down the corkscrew and stuff like that. Like I think that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
The bug bit me. This is a really cool flavor of motorsports, because they're like these LMP3 cars, like Le Mans prototype cars, are like formula cars, but like Daniel said, like they're literally like F1 cars like with a cockpit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say, it's super, super cool of Daniel to invite us out here. Honestly, like I had a great time.
Yeah.
This is my first like in-person race experience, kind of. I've been to some like local races in the place I've lived previously, but this is like my first like full-on real race experience, and honestly, it was a dream. It was great. I had a wonderful time. So yeah, I really want to thank Daniel for inviting us out here. It was really cool of him to invite us out here. Yes, it was an unfortunate weekend, but at the same time, I had a lot of fun, and it was really cool talking to him, getting to know him a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm very grateful for him extending the invitation to us out here. I definitely think that like the next race, he's definitely going to be doing better. Sometimes just the stars don't align. This was one of those weekends for him, but was rooting for him the whole way, the team and everybody. I feel so like blessed to just get the opportunity to be here, you know? Yeah.
And on the topic of like getting out here, right? Getting to this part, it was actually really easy and really simple. And Tyler could confirm, I was calling him, I was like, what do I do? Where do I go? And he's like, dude, just go here, sign some waivers. And I walked up to the registration person and I was like, hey, I'm here to attend the race. And she's like, okay, who are you here for? I was like, oh, I'm here for the IMSA race. And she's like, oh, okay. Wristband, badge. These are keepsakes, by the way. You can keep this.
Yeah, they're dated.
They're dated. Like, this is going on my wall. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And then I came back here, and that first day, yesterday, I came back here, parked over here, and I walked over, and Tyler goes, yeah, meet me trackside. And I was like, trackside? He's like, yeah. Walk over here, I meet him, and just, it was such a fun experience to be trackside, because I've never been trackside anywhere before.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. And yeah, we had a lot of fun watching the other races as well. They have, right now is going on with the Porsche Cup, and then the Mustang Cup.
Yeah.
And so in between those races, you know, they have the cars lined up. You can go look at the cars, take pictures, meet some of the drivers if you want. Like, it's just a very welcoming experience in general.
Yeah, super positive, great vibes. Like, IMSA, honestly, is a gem that I think needs more attention. I think more people need to hear about this, because this is, frankly, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because this same track, Circuit of the Americas, dude, if you tried to go here for, like, MotoGP or Formula One, first off, you'd have to, like, pay the hundreds, thousands even for, like, a ticket. And a lot of the track is restricted, and you can't just like go willy-nilly and just like be with like the team that's like monitoring their drivers as the race goes on. Like you don't get to do that in any form of racing I'm familiar with. So
yeah,
cannot speak highly enough about IMSA. Honestly, seriously.
Yeah, this is a wonderful series. I'm excited to be back next year for this. Hopefully Daniel's gonna be racing here next year again, so that way I can come out and see him.
Yeah,
be really fun.
I'll be in California by then, so
yeah.
I'm gonna try to catch the Laguna Seca IMSA race. That's my goal.
Maybe I'll fly out there and we can catch the Laguna Seca IMSA race together.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick, honestly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Those fucking LMP3 cars are insane.
Yeah.
So you have, I think you mentioned it in the last part, but we have two like chassis. It's like Duquesne, and then like some other brand too, like two like bodies, and then they have Nismo V8 engines in some of them, and then some of them have Toyota V6 engines. And like the V8s, because I'm a V8 guy, I love V8s.
I think Daniels has a V8 in it, doesn't it?
I think it does. The V8s just sound insane. If you ever watch like Ford versus Ferrari, they sound like the freaking like Ford GT.
They really do. He told me that, and then I was like, oh, like, yeah, okay. And then I was hearing it out here, and I was like, oh, wow, like he wasn't kidding.
Yeah, no. I only speak facts on this podcast, dude. Only facts. I definitely got sunburnt because we took extra time out here. I showed up here yesterday at like 9, like right when the practice 2 started, and I didn't leave till like 4 or 5. And you can probably see on my face I'm sunburnt as shit. But it was like so worth it.
They'll be able to notice it more if you take your sunglasses off.
Yeah. You really see like the pace difference too, like between like the LMP cars versus like the Porsche Cup cars and like the Mustang Cup cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these guys are I mean, the pace is just super quick. It's because they're really designed for downforce and for aero. So the pace there is like just lightning fast.
Obviously much more downforce. Obviously they're more purpose-built race cars, and the cup cars are more like road cars, so they're just not going to be as fast. But like you really notice like the difference when you're watching it in person, like just how much faster the LMP cars are. So that was really cool to see, like in person, side by side, like comparison. So the top half of the performance, you were seeing cars with IMSA get like a 2-2, like a 2 minutes 2 seconds, which is really good. Put it in perspective, like a good lap in like a Formula 1 car is like a 140. As far as like Circuit of the Americas like lap times go, that's like really good though.
That's really quick. After seeing like the full race, or okay, half the race, my bad. Yeah, it was super quick. I was like, man, like it didn't even feel like an hour.
Yeah. No, the race was 2 hours. It did not feel like 2 hours. Before I knew it, it started at 11, ended at like 1. Yeah, there was like rain in the forecast, but it never ended up raining. It just like was cloudy. But that's just Texas for you.
Yeah. When I was driving out here, I did hit like a dark patch, and it started raining a little bit. And I was like, oh no, I hope like this doesn't really like wet the track. And then I got through it, and I was like, oh, it's like it's sunny. It's a little hot, but I mean, in the shade, it's nice.
Yeah.
So, I think it's like the perfect day to come out here and do this.
Yeah, it was a really good day for racing. A lot of people that came out for like the race specifically, the quality sessions and the practice sessions, there was pretty much like nobody here in like the stands or anything like that. But this is just how it goes with any racing like weekend. But yeah, it's always the busiest on actual race day.
Yeah.
So the stands for like a free race, there's like a decent amount of people still.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised because yesterday there really wasn't really anybody here.
Yeah.
And then like today I was like, okay, the stands are a little bit more packed. You know, and that just goes to show you that, you know, IMSA, it's such a little known series, but it's still a valid racing series nonetheless. You know, you still have some, I mean, like you said earlier, we saw some really good overtakes from where we were sitting.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
it's still wheel to wheel racing, you know.
It's still badass racing, dude. For real, for real. What threw me off though is like with this whole like first part of the weekend, it just didn't like, I don't know who planned it like this, because it just doesn't make sense. So the first practice session was on Friday, and within like the first 10 minutes there was a red flag and it wiped out like the whole session.
Yeah.
This car was like leaking oil across like the whole pit lane and across like the whole track, and the marshals had to like spend the entire session pretty much cleaning that up, and there was no following practice session, and everybody just kind of like lost that time. So that was a downer. Then day 2, practice 2 was like a full proper 50-minute session, but it was shared between the two drivers. So it's, you know, 25 minutes for each of the drivers, ideally. And then practice 3 was 15 minutes. I don't think that was like scheduled very well.
Yeah, no.
I think they could have been better with that. I think it should have been closer to like an F1. Like I can get flack for this. I don't care if I keep comparing it to F1, but like in like a F1 weekend, the practices are all the same time. I don't know why it needed to be like, I don't know if it was because of like scheduling constraints or what, but 15 minutes for practice 3. Daniel drove practice 3, and then his co-driver Martin, he drove in quali. Quali was 15 minutes as well. I don't think that's enough time. I don't, especially considering that the red flag wiped out one of the only 2 good practice sessions, like good sized practice sessions. So
yeah, I agree with you on that. Not really enough time to really get a good feel for the track, and especially for qualifying to put up a good pace. I really definitely think there should have been more time for that.
Yeah, I don't know if IMSA normally runs like sessions like that, but if there's one thing if I could change anything, I would change the session times to be more like a Formula 1 weekend, because like that, I'm just looking at it as like a driver. Why would you only give me 15 minutes to practice? Like that's not enough time to like, I mean, you know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, right? But I don't think that's enough time to really accurately get a good read on data right before you're about to go into qualifying. And I also don't think it's a good idea right before qualifying to have one driver do the practice before quali, because you're about to have another driver do hot laps in quali because you're running a second drive. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense at all to me.
Yeah. Like just how that's set up does not work well. You can't put out a good qualifying time if like you just have a driver jump in cold versus when he gets warmed up with the practice session.
Yeah.
So that was a fuck up right there. I don't know if that was just with Performance Tech Motorsports or if that was like with everybody, but that's how it went with like the team. And you know, I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about racing. Like that's how I am about these things. You know, I don't pull punches. I think that was stupid, frankly. And it's not like geared towards anybody. It's just how like the thing itself was set up for failure, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Performance Tech, you know, like we said earlier, like they got P10 out of 10, last place. So I don't know if that was like their strategy call or if that was like mandatory. I don't know. But regardless, I don't think that was very smart.
It's okay. After supporting Charles Leclerc, I'm kind of used to this.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I'm used to supporting Mercedes, which is like a front row team. So
Yeah.
I don't have any experience with this.
But I'm not a Tifosi. I'm not a Tifosi.
I got receipts.
Pull them up. Show them.
Oh, they'll find out. They're going on the Instagram.
No!
Off topic for a little bit,
Yeah.
because we didn't really like have a Miami debrief.
Oh.
Do you want to like briefly bring up Miami?
Sorry, the Porsches are coming around. I'm like,
Yeah, you're about to see them in the shot. You're welcome. They're about to start their session right now.
But yeah, as far as Miami debrief goes, Miami was, you know, there was a lot of overtaking, which
I thought it was great.
I thought it was okay. I'm just upset because Charles Leclerc's performance, but it really wasn't his fault.
Yeah, Charles Leclerc got shafted by Ferrari on that one.
Yeah, and that's why I brought up. I was like, I'm used to supporting Charles Leclerc, so I'm used to this.
Because he probably could have like won that race if it wasn't Ferrari like calling him into box.
Yeah,
And then he basically like did a drive-through, like almost like a drive-through penalty, but he didn't get penalized. He just boxed in because I thought it was going to rain. But my boy Kimi Antonelli won the race because of other people's errors. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, he was pretty far back at one point, and then he just took it.
Yeah, he always botches the start. Both the Mercedes like botch the start, and then they usually come right back up. So I was pretty happy about the Miami GP. I thought it was cinema, honestly. There was amazing action, and there's a lot of flack online about like Max Verstappen. And like, to be fair, yeah, he dive bombed the shit out of Carlos Sainz at one point.
Yeah,
And he was
really
a little
crazy.
reckless, but Max Verstappen's like one of my favorite drivers. He can do no wrong in my eyes.
He can do no wrong.
So I don't really care what people say on that one. I loved Miami. This is a great, like, I don't want to call it filler because it was a great weekend, but
I'll call it.
we have a lot of time between like the Miami GP and I think next we're going to Canada.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Canada's like May 22nd, May 23rd. So, I guess not too much longer, but this is a nice like in between Formula One. I was gonna say episodes, no, but it's a nice in between the Formula One races.
It's like a little snack. It like satisfies the hunger.
Yeah. It keeps you going until the main course.
Yep. I mean, especially because we're physically out here, you know.
Yeah.
Well, some of us have never been to a Formula One race, so some of us haven't experienced that. But
He's looking at me like I haven't.
no, I'm looking at you because you have, and I haven't.
He's looking at me like I haven't.
No.
Keep talking.
But so this is a nice little snack before to hold me over to the main course.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole season so far, Charles Leclerc, he's been really good in his starts, really good, and then something happens and he just drops back, and I'm like, oh, come on.
I tell Caleb every day to stop supporting Ferrari.
I don't support Ferrari. I support Charles Leclerc.
I tell him every day, and he doesn't listen. a lost cause.
I'm not. No, Charles Leclerc is not a lost cause. That man is amazing.
This is my hot take, just randomly. I don't think Charles Leclerc is ever going to be a world champion. I think he's going to go down in history as like fumbled talent. I'm like so serious about that. I'm going to be so real.
Realistically, I think he might get one. If he stays with Ferrari, I think he might get one. If he moves to another team, a better team, he's got more of a shot at getting multiple. I think throughout his career, he'll get one if he stays with Ferrari. And it'll be like a stars aligned kind of season. Like everyone else is just doing really bad. And then for some reason, Ferrari has a really good car. And, you know.
Well, you know, he was in contention to win a championship, I think, in like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And like halfway through that season, they just like Ferrari just completely fumbled it into oblivion pretty much. So my hot take is he's never going to win a championship if he stays with Ferrari, and he's painfully loyal to Ferrari. And like I said, he's going to go down in history as like fumbled talent. I know that hurts for you to listen to, but
yeah,
that's my hot take.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't be a motorsports podcast if we didn't have hot takes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But this weekend has been super awesome for us as an experience. For who we were rooting for, you know, it wasn't the best, but, you know, you just got to shake it off, keep your head up, move forward, look to the next race.
At the end of the day, Daniel really did race his heart out. And in fact, whenever he came back in after the race, like he got out of his car and I saw he was limping. He had to get taken to the medical tent. So he raced his heart out. He raced his body to the limit.
Yeah.
You can't ask any more of that from a driver, especially one with like the heart that Daniel has. You cannot expect any more than his absolute best. And that's what he did.
Yeah. No, he gave it his everything, dude. He is a much more aggressive driver than his co-driver, and I love it. I fucking love it. Just even in the pit lane, when he's coming out of the pits, you can just tell he's much more like just angry with it. And I just love to see it.
Yeah.
So it was a real treat to watch him go around Circuit of the Americas this weekend. I don't know what's going through his head right now. I'm sure he's probably
upset,
not in a good space right now.
He's probably pissed.
Just because of pissed. Because of the result and the injury. Like it's just. What do you call that effect? It's like the Murphy's Law effect. Anything that could go wrong with performance tech kind of went wrong.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So that sucks.
But at the very least, you know, nobody crashed.
Yeah, surprisingly, nobody crashed. I was expecting at least like one crash. Nobody crashed.
Although I still don't know what happened yesterday. So yesterday we were watching one of the sessions. This was it was like the Mustang quali or like the last Mustang practice or something. And then we're in the stands. All of a sudden, we just hear something.
We hear like a loud bang off in the distance, like right outside turn 1.
And then so we go walk over there to where we could see it clearly. We see the tow truck pull out. We see the medical truck go there, and we see was the fire one, or is it? No, it was safety.
Yeah, there was track safety. They showed up. The medical car showed up, and a tow truck showed up.
But we couldn't see the actual, if there was a crash, we couldn't see it.
Yeah, from where we were seated, like we just couldn't see it.
Don't know if it was behind the tow truck or we just couldn't see it, so.
Yeah, there was no smoke or anything, but it sounded like it was a crash, and it looked like there was a crash too. So,
but
don't know what happened there.
But surprisingly, nobody crashed during the actual race.
Yeah, at least for like IMSA, nobody crashed. Everybody kept it pretty clean. There was like some locking up on turn 1, like with some of the drivers, like car number 1 would lock up a lot, and you could just see like the smoke come out. But I mean, I didn't even see any real like close calls. I saw like some snap rotation from the cars, but I didn't really like nothing. Disappointed from a fan perspective because like at least one crash would have been kind of fun to watch. Is that bad?
That's kind of bad.
Oh, I don't care. I want some meat.
I want some violence.
Yeah, I want some violence. It makes racing fun, honestly. Just the chaos of it sometimes.
And we also got a lot of good pictures. Just not only like of Daniel's car, but of the race, and then of some of the stuff around here too. They had the shell of the 2024 Red Bull out here.
Yeah, the Red Bull F1 car.
Yeah, so we took some good pictures of that. They had a few Mustangs out here. Get some good pictures of that. Some good pictures of the Porsches. So all in all, it's just a really fun weekend.
Yep, super awesome. One thing I want to mention briefly is that also apparently COTA is going private instead of like open to the public. I don't necessarily like know all the specifics of it, but I know it's happening this year, and they're already building like a lot more things around the track, a lot more structures. And I don't exactly know like all the details. I can't give like exact information, but I know Circuit of the Americas is going to be changing and it's going to be different. And I'm not sure if you're going to be able to like just have like an open track day with like a track day organization in the future here. So, you know, I really recommend if you guys can swing like a track day here,
Do it.
before it's too late, do it. I've had the fortune of having a track day here in 2022, and it was amazing. And if COTA really is like going that private, where they're not letting like track day orgs like show up, it's going to be a tragedy,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So get in while you can still.
Especially because motorsport is like a pretty big deal here in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, they'll be like, "Oh, NASCAR is really big in the South." Like, yes, but also other kinds of motorsport are also really big here.
Yeah.
So if you're really big into motorsports, you live in the Austin area, and you have the ability to do a track day, before it's too late, absolutely come out here and do one.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Just come out to the Circuit of the Americas in general before, you know, they go fully like private. Because I don't know what like the future is going to end up looking like, but from what it looks like, they're trying to get more like wealthy elite people in here, and they're trying to take advantage of the popularity, which like from a business standpoint makes sense, but from a public standpoint, from the average person's standpoint, it sucks. It's not fun. They're building like, I think like luxury garage condos too. I don't know when those are coming, but they're trying to like build that and attach it to like the paddock building or something like that.
Yeah.
And this is gonna become over the next like decade more and more of like a playground for like the elite. That's what that's what it's starting to look like. So
I mean, they're building COTA Land.
yeah,
It's like this little amusement park that's like kind of attached to COTA.
they already built it.
I mean, no, because when we were driving by it, they were still expanding it.
Oh, well, I guess they're expanding it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then they're expanding COTA Land. So yeah, like it's definitely becoming more of a playground for the super rich and powerful.
Yeah.
Not something I agree with.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
But, you know, I want to end it on like a high note. I don't want to like repeat anything, but, you know, I'm looking forward to probably attending more IMSA races. I want to see if we can get ourselves into like a GT3 endurance race.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fucking sick. Probably got to pay for that, but that's all right.
Well, hey, any drivers that and want to invite us out, we're more than willing to.
Oh yeah, we'll be there. We'll support your team. We'll wear your colors.
Mm-hmm. We'll wear your colors.
I'm still gonna talk my shit, but I'll wear your colors. So overall, great weekend. Kind of a mixed bag a little bit, but overall, great weekend. A lot of fun for us.
Yep. Yeah. And again, I just want to thank you, Daniel. Thank you to the Performance Tech team for inviting us out here and giving us this experience. This was wonderful. And if you guys ever want to invite us back out, hey, we'd love to come back out.
We will be there. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Thanks for joining us this weekend in Austin. And I guess we will catch you after Canada, right?
Yep, after Canada. Canada debrief, baby.
It's going to be fun. Oh, right before we end it, I got to mention this too. They're changing the engine regulations for F1. As of next year, it's going to be a 60-40 split between the combustion engine having 60% power and the electronic unit having 40% power instead of the 50-50 split that we have this year.
Yeah.
So that's going to be awesome. So we literally just have to put up with the regs for this year, and they're going to get better next year. So we're on the up. We're on the come up.
We're on the come up, baby.
Yeah. Exciting. But Canada is also going to be, like, from what I understand, a pretty low, like, harvesting, like, low energy, like, circuit for the cars. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well.
Yep, for sure.
Got to be cinema again, I hope. If it's anything like Miami.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully Charles Leclerc can secure another podium.
Well, a podium maybe.
Yeah. That's why I'm hoping for a podium.
Yeah. I'm just shooting for another Mercedes dub.
I hope he wins the race, but I'm podium.
Goat Tonelli. I need Goat Tonelli to take another dub.
Goat Tonelli.
My goat. My fucking goat. I guess that concludes this two-part podcast episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far, congratulations. Thank you for your support. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
See you later.